Hey, how's it going guys, ZDEyE here. So I wanted to share my thoughts on this Game Awards of 2024 that just wrapped up. It's actually currently 6 o'clock in the morning for me here. I definitely wanted to talk about this. If I would not have, I just would not have been able to fall asleep because, mind you, this show was very good. In fact, I was so surprised because there was so much packed stuff in here, so many surprises, big reveals, so many genuine, exciting moments. And I was very much surprised. As an example, Harrison Ford making a surprising appearance. I think it definitely caught off everyone off guard, at least personally for me, even though some did expect maybe some way he could have been making an appearance nevertheless. But yeah, I still think it was nice to see him here. Hideo Kojima once again making an appearance. I think this was actually a given that he would have been here. And also, what was surprising though, well, he didn't showcase anything of what he was presenting in terms of like an OD game or Death Stranding 2. Maybe a Death Stranding 2 perhaps will have its own appearance sometime during the State of Play coming from PlayStation in a month, in 2 or 3 or whatever. And also Snoop Dogg making his own appearance here as well, showcasing and, you know, just on the stage singing and stuff. And then also he did the best ongoing game, basically presenting the Game Award for Helldivers 2. That actually got that. And actually regarding Hideo Kojima as well, it was that he presented the best game direction, and that went towards Astro. Now a few of the other announcements I definitely want to touch on. Hellblade 2 won best performance for Melina Juarguenes, hopefully I'm butchering her name, and she got recognized for her incredible performance, and I think she definitely deserves that. Now, next up was then Witcher. Yeah, Witcher 4 was finally properly confirmed. Now, we did know that there's something could have been going on with The Witcher. We did not know what kind of direction they would go, but now we do. It is basically going to be all about Ciri. It makes sense why. Geralt is still going to be reprising his role, even though not to the full degree as was like The Witcher 3 as an example. And Ciri's being the main protagonist in this case, I think is going to be very interesting. Mind you, I want to actually mention about this quickly. Initially, I'll be honest, when I saw this trailer, right, it's obviously not gameplay trailer. It has nothing to do with gameplay. Yeah, obviously the characters are gonna look different. I actually thought that Ciri was not as pretty as she was in The Witcher 3. Now, I get that she's supposed to be portrayed here as she's older, but I don't think that she seems to be that old, but it's just that she looks different. Also, she sounds different. Now again, it's completely understandable since, this is not taken from the game, so things are going to change by the time we actually see proper gameplay footage of this. Because it was actually the same thing with Witcher 3, because the teaser like this, like in live action moments and stuff, they look very different comparing to the game. Nevertheless, afterwards I was very surprised about this. From Software, what in the world were they thinking? I mean, they announced an Elden Ring Nightreign, and it's just Nightreign, right? That's how you pronounce it. Basically a standalone DLC for Elden Ring, but I don't think you even need Elden Ring game. You just, because this is a standalone game, so you can actually just purchase this and you can play it straight away. That's actually quite nice. It's a much better option than having it, like, purchasing a DLC. And yet, also, this is a kind of the way that the showcase this trailer is closer that it kind of caters towards co-op gameplay. Not a lot more to that. Still, nevertheless, me personally anyway, I prefer playing this sort of game solo, but nevertheless, this still is a fantastic kind of direction that they decided to go with this game. I'm also kind of surprised they even still considered of making extra stuff for Elden Ring. I thought that they would just move on from now, but nevertheless, it still is a surprise. Now it's coming 2025, and I cannot wait to see what they got in store for that. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming on PC on January 23rd, 2025. They got a little bit of a trailer for that. Black Myth Wukong won Best Action Game, by the way, and actually is well deserved. I think I even chose that option as well while I was making my own choices anyway. And then the creator of Shadow of the Colossus teased a new project, but unfortunately we saw almost nothing from it, but still it could be something interesting nevertheless. Outer Worlds 2 got a proper trailer and is confirmed coming on PlayStation 5 as well on the same day, and will be, by the way, releasing in 2025. I'm definitely looking forward to this game because I really like the first Outer Worlds, and I would definitely want to see what they got in store with this one. Now, Split Fiction, a new co-op adventure game from Joseph Fares and Hazel Light Studios, drops on March 6, 2025. If you guys know Joseph Fares, he's a crazy fool and he is entertaining. I personally really like him. Still, afterwards we got Borderlands 4. It actually looks quite solid. Now, honestly though, it's almost identical towards how it looked from Borderlands 3. And I feel like this is more like an expansion for Borderlands 3. But again, this is just my visual cue of what I've seen from this tease, more or less, of this trailer for Borderlands 4. Naughty Dog makes a completely shocking appearance, and that I don't think anyone really expected it, at least, because I didn't expect it to be here. And yeah, Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophet, that's what they name it. A new sci-fi IP directed by Neil Druckmann. It's been in development since 2020, and the music is composed, by the way, Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and Atticus Ross. I actually wrote these the names down just in case I did not want to forget these names properly, and I want to pronounce them properly as well. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to see what this game got in store, because honestly, this is like a trailer here. Even though it's in-game trailer, it didn't really, tell me how it's gonna be playing. And still, unfortunately, we don't know when it's gonna be coming out. Still possible it might get pushed all the way till 2026, but still, make sure you take all the time in the world. I'm looking forward to this game because it's been a long while since we've seen anything from Naughty Dog. I'm talking about a proper original IP, because it's been more than a decade at this point. A few smaller highlights as well, just a little bit smaller anyway. Like, at least personally for me, Warframe 1999 and the new Pal World update, Fade Break, are both releasing, pretty much now, or just at least soon. Capcom revealed also Onimusha, The Way of the Swords, is set, by the way, in 2026, and it does look stunning, I guess, but again, I'm not really a fan of this Onimusha. Now, Dying Light the Beast is scheduled for summer 2025 as well. I'm not really much into Dying Light, at least not anymore. Now, here's the big one. I am absolutely looking forward to it. Mafia: The Old Country. Yeah, I personally loved what I've seen from this trailer, and it's coming summer 2025. Kind of wanted to have a little more concrete release date, but nevertheless, if they need a little more extra time to develop it, I'm all down for that, because I'm looking forward to this game for sure. Crimson Desert showed another ambitious trailer, and it's targeting late 2025 release, which is a little bit odd, I want to say, because again, late 2025 might be a little bit dangerous for this sort of game to release, because remember, Grand Theft Auto 6 also coming at that time. We shall see. Now, I want to go through all of the award winners. Game of the Year, Astrobot, a huge surprise. I did not expect Astrobot to get this. Game of the Year to Astrobot, I think it warrants it, but yet again, I mean, from the competitors as well, from the nominees, it is a bit of a surprise, and my jaw dropped when I heard Astrobot got it, and I was like, in a good way, I want to say. Now, Best Action Adventure Astrobot again. Best RPG was gone to Metaphor ReFantasio. Best Multiplayer Game was for Helldivers 2, I think it warrants it. Best Community Support Baldur's Gate 3. Best Art Direction went to Metaphor ReFantasio. Best Debut in the Game and a mobile game both went to Balatro. And then Best Audio Design went to Hellblade 2. Now, Best Narrative, Metaphor ReFantasio. Best Score and Music went to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And Best Adaptation went to Fallout TV Show. I actually chose Arcade, but yet I'm not at least a bit disappointed by this choice, because Fallout TV Show is fantastic as well. I want to share my full summary, my overall thoughts on this Game Awards. This year's Game Awards felt far better than the most in previous years. The pacing, I reveal was okay. It wasn't the best, right? It still was a very long show. I think it's a little bit of a detriment, because 3-hour show, it's too lengthy, I personally believe. But again, guys, I'm based in Europe. I had to watch this damn thing since like 2 o'clock in the morning all the way till like, 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's a little bit too much for me and a lot of other people who live in different regions. Now, the announcements were very much exciting, and a mix of words and reviews made it even more engaging throughout. I looked forward to a lot of games, quite a lot of surprises, especially like I was originally already hyped for Mafia: The Old Country. Elden Ring, Nightreign already kind of surprised me completely. Naughty Dog, Intergalactic, oh man, I cannot wait to see what that got in store. I think there's a lot that to love that I'm sure a lot of people will like about the show. But man, guys, I'm gonna let you go now. I'm very much tired. I want to go to sleep. It's already a little later than 6 o'clock in the morning. I also have to edit this video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually go to sleep and just edit it afterwards, because I'm too tired. Alright, see you guys, like and subscribe, and yeah, have a wonderful day. Do let me know as well what you think about the Game Awards 2024.